The transition from a military regiment into a civilian-based learning community can be a challenge for many service persons. Veteran students at San Diego City College have created a toolkit to introduce incoming military personnel to the learning culture to help them create their own successes in college and in life.
Here math is not a hands-on class, and neither is English. Those are the classes that I had. So it was hard to figure out how to start studying because it wasn't hands-on, and I'm used to doing hands-on stuff.
Just being a full-time student, things can be pretty chaotic, and I'm not used to the amount of in-depth material learning. It can be almost overwhelming, I guess.
I thought classes were going to be easy after the military, you know? It's like, oh man, you're in the military? Yeah. Classes, civilian classes, those are going to be so easy. But it didn't go exactly as planned. I thought I was going to get straight A's and stuff, but I worked really hard and I didn't get the results that I wanted to, really.
These students enlisted the help of San Diego City College's MESA program, where they were trained in the standard operating procedures required in the learning culture.
Before I adapted the learning culture, I think I'm just like most students, not quite as prepared, taking things one step at a time, which, it does work, but there's more effective ways to go about learning.
In the learning culture, we tell you, or it's specified how you should study, what you should study. There's instructors and counselors that'll help you plan out your time and things like that.
Utilizing the principles taught in the MESA program, these three vets, along with the fourth vet, Daryl Roddick, helped develop a toolkit specifically designed for military personnel.
So the toolkit is the guidelines for the actual learning techniques. The main one that I adapted that made the biggest difference was the bullet point reading, which is reviewing the section before class and then getting the ideas, actually start to process in your mind before learning them from the instructor.
And the next step is reviewing or going to class. And while you're in class, you're going to be looking for the big picture, basically. You're going to be looking for what the instructor is really saying. It's oh, hey, you learned the quadratic formula today, or you learned integrals today in calculus. So what are you really trying to take away from it? What's the big picture you can take away from all of that?
Student potential is not questioned in the learning culture. All students have many strengths and great potential, but they can also have gaps. The challenge for these students is to use the learning culture to fill their gaps.
Also, one thing that really helped me was time management. There's an Excel sheet that's in there for that. I was able to figure out, when I'm sleeping, when I'm in class, and the hours I have in between, and hours at home. So then I could try to organize it in a way that I could put, this amount of time for math, this amount of time for, whatever classes that I had for the semester.
Having found success with the learning culture, these veterans want to share what they have learned to equip you with your own toolkit.
Well, go to the Veteran Center, and once you are through the whole process of registration, preparing, for your first class, you're going to get a packet, and the packet's going to have all these different learning styles and tools for you to use.
Adapt the guidelines that are in the toolkit as best as you can, and always improve them.
After I was introduced to the learning culture last semester, I couldn't believe I had been studying without it. It was ridiculous. My grades went from a 3.5 I think to 4.0. That's I don't consider myself very smart, but with this program, anyone can do it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You came to college, it's your choice. If you want to succeed, this is a proven path. This is a way to do it. So, just my recommendation: use the learning program. It's there. It's a tool.